I think I like the sound of extra rations. Like, if you can make that work. We keep losing people out of this gathering post. It's kind of concerning me now. It's only rated as chilly like the other ones, but people just keep seeming to get ill or something. Like, I don't understand why 18 people are hungry. We have some food. Oh boy. Need more hunters, yeah. We got more. 19 King, welcome back, sir.
Move! Time to get to work.
Right, we have the steel. Let's get the wall drill going. No, I've not got it to what. There's no point putting more people in that, because just watch what happens. All the cookhouse does is convert that into that. Yeah? If I put 5 people in there, all that happens is they finish it by 1 o'clock instead of 3 o'clock. Yeah, when we get more raw food coming in, I'll put it up. Yeah, absolutely. There's like 15 people on the way. How many houses have we got? 46 vacant beds. Right. Yeah, when it warms up, maybe we'll get fewer people ill. It's 46 total beds. You need to minus the amount of available care homes, so you only have 31. We have 31 vacant beds. How many's coming? 39. That's a problem. I need the bunkhouse, really. I'll have to do that. Anno 1800. I'd love to play it, but I'm not sure when. Do we go for a hot house? Sorry, bunkhouse? Or do we go for heating range upgrade? I think probably bunkhouse for now. I'm really struggling to get wood in.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Benna, thank you very much for gifting a sub to Southern Cross. Welcome, Southern Cross.
Workday ends. It's off time.
What's this? 2 homeless. Survivors reach the city. They're tired, they need a place to rest, a bite to eat, and perhaps some medical attention. Great. Could you wait till tomorrow when we've built a bunkhouse? You're a day early. I was expecting you tomorrow morning. So the scouts have got down at the observatory. Some things are missed at the observatory. The sun is dimming. Instead of astronomers, we were met by some of our lost people. They explained that they came here for help, but found everybody dead. The astronomers continued their observations until they starved. What was so important for them? They wrote it up in the diaries. The loss of the sunlight can't be explained solely by the fouling of the atmosphere by the southern volcanoes. The sun is dimming. Alright, we found more survivors. Do we literally just keep bringing them back? If you can house and feed them. Listen, Father Squirrel would not have people just willingly die. I'm going to let them get their own way back, because when we went to the Gloomy Cave, they had a map and they got back perfectly fine. And I want to see what happens. So we'll send them back. Having said that, I've got nowhere to explore anyway. Why is nothing else unlocked?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Oh, we'll just escort them then. Matty H, thank you for almost 3 years, Matty.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Wait a minute. I thought hunters' huts weren't affected by temperature. So why are these guys sick all the time? It's a bit weird. Yeah, but they don't live in the homes. So that's the thing, Pug. Like, they don't live in there, do they? They just go out scouting. Like, when I played this game last year, it didn't matter if you built the hunters' huts on the edge of the map. But now it does. It doesn't really make any sense. They go out hunting through the night when it's ridiculously cold, come back and they're fine, stay in a hut where there's no heating, and they suddenly get ill.
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Matty H, welcome back. And Blue Army, dude. How you doing, bro? Thank you for almost 50 months, Blue Army. Hope you're well. Right, got a lot of unemployed people we need to put to work. Let's max out the research. The wall drill. It's going to use a steam core. Didn't we just have a new law? Or did I not implement it? Yeah, extended shifts. Extra ration. We can't do the rations one yet. We could do prosthetics. New blueprints available in the factory. Amputees fitted with prosthetic. Yeah, we don't have a factory yet. What's our discontent level like? Pretty high. Maybe we should go for the fighting pit.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
A steel problem. Not now, we've built the steel thingy. Now we've got the steel works. But because we've got people working overtime, we kind of need to build fighting pits and sort that out. For that we need 15 wood. Fighting arena so much for the religious approach, Beaker. Wait, what's... Hang on, we've had... That doesn't make any sense. All through our history, we've had religion and fighting arenas constantly. Has nothing to do with religion, it's just people letting off excess energy, isn't it? You can disband the scout to the beacon or send them back to Frostland. Return safely. We'll just have to leave them there. There's nothing they can do. I'm going to send them both in that direction in case he suddenly comes up with like 2 directions. Religious leaders want his people to live in peace. Not necessarily. What if your priest worships the god of war? Eee, just got warmer. Yeah. Right, hopefully we can get on top of the sickness problem.
Work time. Get moving.
Religion in this game isn't peaceful. That's very true. It's not. It's not a peaceful religion at all. Yeah, I think we've had a lot of religious wars over the centuries. Neither have I, Zigwig, that's why I thought we'd do it. Why has that got this thing on top of it? Oh, I've not specified the storage. Ah. In that case, coal. Right, we have a lot of people doing nothing. Not for long. Temperature like in the chilly. Okay. Extended hours, heaters on. This is where it gets tricky. I think sometimes you have to like, if we get rid of that house there, we can slap that in the middle and it'll cover a lot of houses. We've almost got the bunker going. Remind me, can you upgrade a tent to a bunkhouse, or do you have to destroy it and then build a bunkhouse? You can upgrade, cool. Right, what's the temperature on that? Nearly there. Right, bunkhouse. 20 wood, 10 steel. Base heating level 2. Oh, that's scumbaggery, that is. Not enough wood. Fighting arena built, hope rises. There you go. They love it. They love a good scrap. Yeah, we can't upgrade the existing yet because we need a lot of wood and we don't have it. But with our wall drill, once we get another steam core, we can build another one. Lots of hunters. Let's see. Should we drop down to this level? 75 wood. Get that one in the bag, I think. Come on, we need more wood. I did start research. Generator range upgrade. I'm trying to remember the game now. Isn't it the point where you end up building a factory, and then in the factory you can make automatons or something like that?
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Yeah, I thought so. Six people homeless. It's coming down. We've also got people on the way. It's a scumbag, isn't it? Why is that medical post completely covered in snow? Alright, wobbly. Snow is a good insulator. Well, it is, but it's just that it's like, I don't know. It's like completely covering it. It's weird. $16 are sick. I was kind of hoping this number would keep coming down. Right, weather station. Grim forecast. We found scientists' notes that predict that the Great Cold is going to get much worse. What's more troubling is the observations ended abruptly months ago. There's also not a can of Spam, not even a crumb of bread left in the pantry. It's obviously they've moved out for good. We can see the city of Winterhome from the roof on the weather station. Sites discovered. Coal mine in Winterhome. Nice. 88 coal and a steam core. Okay. You go there. You go there. It's hardly an empire, Jaws. What's this game about? Survival in extreme temperatures. The search for other cities, abandoned station. The recent report from the weather station has got people talking. They're frightened that such an important facility has been apparently abandoned. Some are starting to wonder whether the evacuation from London was a good idea. A few are lamenting openly. I knew we shouldn't have come. At least London had real houses, not tents and wooden shacks. We'll have answers soon enough. No option. Hope falls. Unpopular decision. What unpopular decision have I made?
Welcome back, Nutter.
Work time.
The work shift starts.
Serial lurker, welcome back. Knives, welcome back. Yeah, I think what happens is, Beaker, if I remember, it starts to like put pressure, downward pressure on the hope. And then at that point you have to make a decision between going religious or going lawful to kind of suppress things. To keep order, effectively. I seem to remember like some rebellious group as well. And then people start nicking food and stuff. Right, got lots of people doing nothing. What can we get them to do? Could build another sawmill, I guess.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Donk Mon, welcome to the Net House. Thank you for your support. Yeah, but the sawmill upgrade is not amazing, is it? 25%. I mean, put it this way, it's not as bad as this one, or is it? The med post upgrade. Ooh, 10%. Ooh. Dan Brown, thank you for 3 years. Where did that 3 years go? We'll keep up the great content. Here's to another 3. Thank you very much, Dan Brown. Enjoyed your new Acorn, sir. Nicking food is Rome's job, Benner. Whoa, shots fired. Generator range upgrade. Okay. Now we've got enough steel. We could start on this. We could go down. We could unlock tier 2. Or go for like the sawmill upgrade for 25%. Which is 10 steel. So let's get that. Let's get that. Let's get the benefit now, and then we'll unlock the next tier. See you later, Olympian. 18 people are sick. What is going on? Seriously? You can't have enough med bays at all. We're gonna have to think about building another zone for a steam core, because that one's fully mapped out. We might have to start building around here and turning this thing on. Are these all bunkhouses? Tents. How do you upgrade this? 10 steel, that's a lot of steel. Do you use the meal rations for sick people? Not yet. I think that's going to be the next unlock though. But now that we've got a reasonable supply of food, I think we can get away with it now. Winterhome. We climbed to the edge of the city. We stood there speechless, staring at the scene of devastation. It's a city of the dead. Most of the buildings are destroyed and the generator has exploded. The streets of the ruined city are littered with scores of dead bodies. The City Chronicle describes a shortage of food and citizens' increasing despair. The following squabbles, riots and descent into anarchy, fights for dwindling resources and the eventual starvation. The last entry. God forgive us, we're eating our dead. There's no hope. We're on our own. The news has shocked everyone in the city. Wait, hang on a minute. The scout is like half a day's travel away. How's the news got back here? There were supposed to be many settlements and construction crews here, people living normal lives, but we're alone. Hope falls. Oh god. This place is a deadly trap. We need to get out of here. Coming here was a fool's errand. We should go back. We're supposed to survive if they didn't. Terrible, all these poor people. We can't end up like them. Wow, he just wiped out the hope bar that I, like, literally worked hard to get that hope bar there, and it went. They're all dead. How can we survive? People start to gather as news of the fate of Winterhome spreads through the city. Some of them want to drop everything and flee to London. Are they absolutely, completely mad? Yes, we've got a nice warm generator here and some bunkhouses. No, feel free to go legging it across the Arctic and see how you get on. I must give them purpose. Choose your path. Order and discipline. Faith and spiritual strength. So, this is the point in the game when you have to decide which way you want to go. Last playthrough, we went this route. This playthrough, we're going to try this route. Because I've never tried this. So we're going to go with faith and spiritual strength. We're going to build churches. And see how we get on. Father Squirrel Orthodoxy, exactly. Faith is not easy, but it's fun. I thought you said you'd never done it, Zug. Oh yeah, it's harder. I agree. Purpose, Book of Law. The House of Prayer. We need a place to practice our faith in peace. A new building, the House of Prayer. New ability, a sermon. House of Prayer, the temple. People living nearby will gather to pray, which will raise their hope. You will have to build 2 houses of prayer. That sucks. $30 wood and 10 steel. A short sermon will be delivered in places of worship. 2-day cooldown. I like this sermon thing. Go.
Listen, everyone. New law is signed.
Not really, Bob. In the same way when we went down law and order route, we didn't start talking about politics. Because it's just divisive. It's not worth the hassle. Squirrel 4, there we go. Okay. First of all, we're going to stick 10 engineers down there. Then we're going to put them on an extended shift. And then we're going to put the heating on. So that gets a bit more wood coming in. Yeah, the scout's waiting now. We need to send them home as well before they actually lose everything they're carrying. The unconvinced want to leave. Sir, you've convinced the majority, but hope is low. A group of our people are still so scared that they want to flee the city for London in 15 days. They've come to try to change your mind. You say that faith will save us? Nonsense! What are we going to pray for? Food when we start to starve? Shouts one of them. If we don't try to reach London, we'll end up like Winterhome. Calm down, we're not going to die. So, I think this is where we have like 15 days. If I remember, there's like a race, isn't there? You've got like 14 or 15 days to sort this out. And it's like how many people are going to leave, basically. The biggest problem is 30 wood and 10 steel. So we can immediately build 2 of these. The problem is the range coverage is not exactly amazing. Could perhaps put one here. Get a good chunk of that top bit, and then maybe like another one here. And that will cover a reasonable amount. Because some other settlement is dead and ours is fine, let's rebel. It's the logic, man. It's the logic. They were supposed to be alive. That means we need to go running off back to London. Okay. Father Squirrello will build you a church. And everything will be fine. I'm actually going to put it here. Rather than here. Actually, if we put it there, we have 1, 2, 3... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sectors. If we put it here... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sectors. However, you know, that's like the most optimal place, I think. The Londoners. Your people are divided. Some of them are so scared they plan to leave the city in 15 days. They'll try to convince others to join them, preying on their discontent. Fear may lead to desperate acts. Maintain peace, give people hope, and manage their discontent to guard the city safely through the looming crisis. I can't remember. The last time I played this, I seem to remember that we got it down to something like 1 or 2 people. I think it was like 1 or something. And one guy basically like left the whole thing on his own going, screw you guys, I'm going to London. He was one bloke on his own. I can't remember what it got down to. Right. Tendency. The group may join the Londoners. Don't let the Londoners disrupt the city. Now was the opportunity, possibly, to look at passing laws that improve hope. We've almost got too much food. This is not good. Well, I mean, it is good, but it's not good. Resources. We need 20 steel. Okay, I think we can probably turn the soup thing off. Standard meal. Maybe that'll help, going back to good food. Yeah, I can't remember what we need to do to reduce the problem. Tenancy plus. 16 and sick. Medical posts are under construction. Come on. Every time it flashes red, hope is going down. Yeah, but I can't remember what we need to do to get it to go up. It might just be the whole church thing needs to get on its feet. Houses of prayer built. I think we call sermons like again and again and again and again. Passive effect. Look, if you call a sermon now, the words of our spiritual leaders will restore hope. Wait, I thought I built a road down here. Jeez, that looks like it's in the wrong place. Oh well. Nice plaza in front. You're welcome, Big Rig. Right, let's get the med bay people going. Check the temperature. Chilly. Okay. We might have to just put the heating on. I think if we can get the sick under control, that might help. Sermon called out. Oh, that calls a sermon at both at once. Scumbag, you didn't tell me that. So I think we need as many people now. Yeah, I've almost got too much wood now. First world problems. Let's upgrade stuff. Actually, we only have 22 steel. What can we build that only requires wood? Fighting arena. I was going to put the fighting arena right next to the church just for the lols, but, you know, decided not to. If you're building on the steelworks, we don't currently have 10 workers for it. That's the problem. Several people are kept freezing by a hot spring deep underground. Patches of hardy lichen cling to the bare rock. Looks like a good place for a hideout. Search might provide survivors. Degenerated but alive. Near the freshwater springs, we met some refugees from Winterhome. They have a sorry sight and seem to completely unmoved by the fate of their city. Asked what kept them from starving, they look away, then mumble something about eating lichen. Okay. Escort the survivors to the city, send the survivors to the city, leave the survivors to their fate. I think we'll escort this lot. Just because these guys, I think... Actually, it doesn't tell me what my scout is carrying. Doesn't tell me. I can't remember if they're the one with the steam cores on them. Yeah, look, he's going to bring 3 cores home with him. That's a lot of loot. That's worth doing. Ooh, American camp. Yeah, we're going to bring those cores back for sure. Mr. Whippy, thank you for 13 months. The Londoners gain more followers. Why? More people want to go to London due to low hope. So the people who want to leave for London have successfully urged their friends and neighbours to join them. People are more easily persuaded because they have little hope in our ultimate survival. Just no faith at all. I wonder if the captain has a plan. No, I thought we'd just wing it. Why not? Discontent came down. 5 overtime work. Citizen needs bad food. Wait, what? Citizen needs bad food. I thought we stopped serving soup. We need to get the upgrade that lets the reduces the amount of people working in the hunter thing. Flying hunters, is that it? That might be it. In which case we'd need to unlock this level here. 75 wood, 25 steel. Which we can do. You think it's hunter tactics? This one. I look formal today. Dude, it's just a Harley Davidson top. Nothing formal about it. Oh my god, it's taking a long time. How do we increase this? How do we increase the hope bar? This is nuts. Flying hunters are really efficient. So I don't have 15 people yet. Polo shirts are formal now, apparently. Flying hunters bring back more food. More coal than we can use. This coal mine was operational until very recently. The machinery isn't running now, but there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. Perhaps the mine simply extracted its quota and filled the loading bay. We could retrieve plenty of raw materials if we took the machinery apart. Only resources found on site will be taken. We'll be able to restart the mine later. Or take 200 steel, 2 cores. Wait, what's that exclamation mark? Is that an automaton? Ghost Recon muffins. I played the beta, you know, the alpha or whatever it was, the closed one, the private one, which was about 2 months back, and I installed the new one, and then Dre played it and said it's exactly the same content as the other one. Yeah, but do we need a hub here? Last time, I remember going for the stored coal. I did this, and I remember we built something here and restarted the mine. It supplied a lot of coal. Yeah, we'll just take the coal. Grumble. Grumble, grumble. Snow cliff. I don't like the sound of that. Don't like the sound of snow cliff. Yeah, I remember getting a lot of coal from that. I remember that. Sawmill upgrade. That's bringing out 2,038 wood, and that's the total. Why doesn't it tell you how much wood it's making? %25 increase. We're now making 224 per day. Wait, sawmill daily gain. What's going on here? 0? Wait, I've got... What's going on? Why have we got 10 people working in here? And we're not making anything. There's nowhere to store it. What do you mean there's nowhere to store it? Oh, we're actually... Oh my god, we're full. What? How did that happen? We got to burn a load of steel making this now. That sucks. I did assign storage, I assigned it to coal. Can't assign that until it's made, apparently. I don't think you need storage near the facility, to be honest. I think you can put it anywhere, but we'll find out. Right, we need a tech unlock. I think a lot of people are going to be leaving for London at this rate. What can we do to get hope up? It's not even worth building then. More churches. I don't know how many we can affect. Try that. It's about to get colder. Next day's getting colder. The law for ceremonial burials. We've got to wait for the cooldown, but yeah.
Gather your tools. The shift is ending.
Send him out of there for now. We need the walkers to build things. Uh-oh. The rebirth of faith. Sir, people have started to visit the House of Prayer. There aren't many of them yet, but it might be the start of something special. It seems they really needed a proper place of worship. I'm glad to hear that. Now fill these collection bags. Once we get these new people over here, we'll have to kick off that. Could do with another steelwork, really. I think we'll build one in lieu of people arriving. You'd move the automaton to the steelwork. Yeah. Maybe. I mean, we've got people on the way back. In 12 hours' time, they'll be here. Then we can get that one online. See how our maximum wood just went up? It's just maximum storage. That's all it is. It doesn't matter where you put it. What was that noise? Or was that construction? The Londoners gain more followers. I'm not sure I like the sound of that. Can pass a new law. Right, here we go. Purpose. Shrines. Shrines raise the hope of people working nearby. Shrines increase efficiency in nearby workplaces. Evening prayers. New ability, evening prayers. Each use raises hope and has a small chance of convincing a Londoner to stay. I think we might need that one. I think evening prayers are the way to go. New law, no one goes to London. Well, we can't do that. We need to go down the faith route, I think. But with this one, every time we use it, it raises hope, so we just spam it every night.
Hear me, hear me. New law in the city.
An evening prayer will be held in places of worship. People will gather to discuss food will be distributed among the participants. Nobody mentioned this when I signed the law. Nobody said anything about dishing food out willy-nilly. Where's all this come from? I think we're going to have to back to soup, by the way, because it kind of looks like our food thing's collapsing. Yeah, I'm not happy about chucking out 20 food every time we call that. I think, right, okay, here's the plan. We go back to soup, and then we hand soup out at the evening prayers. That's what we're doing. Splash of wine and a wafer with your meal. Nope, you can have some wafers and you can dip it in your soup. That's what you're doing. We're not going to be giving steak out at this sermon. Uh-oh. I think I might turn this one off until people start getting sick again. turn them off or free up the workers. Let's have a look at the temperature. It's quite chilly in the House of Prayer. Bring a coat. Tomatons in there.
Get to work. Move, people. There's
Coal
plenty to
mine.
do.
Okay. People start getting sick already. What a surprise. Right, tonight we shall have an evening prayer. We'll pray together and read the scripture to restore hope. Thou shalt not go to London. Page 2. Thou shalt not go to London. Page 3. Really? Thou shalt not go to London. Okay, I hope everybody enjoyed that. Now have some soup. What sort of polo? Oh my god, everybody's obsessed with it. Look. There you go. Can you see it? If you're watching in 1080, you can probably read it. If you're watching in 360, good luck. Scouts units have returned. Here we go. 3 cores, 88 coal, 7 kids, and 22 workers. Right, first thing, we get some more food for our sermon going.
Matter.
Booch, thank you for 31 months. Mr. Whippy with 13.
Welcome back.
Cookhouse. We'll put one more worker in there. Shame. Did you hear that? Ding! I just wanted it to go. Shame. Shame. Maybe we'll be like the, what was that priest called in Game of Thrones? The bird or something? What was his name? The chief priest in Lord of the Rings? Little bird or... No, hang on. Sparrow. High Sparrow. That was it. High Sparrow his name. Ooh, we've unlocked stuff. Yeah, but he was called the High Sparrow, wasn't he? Right, hunting tactics. -5 workers. That's pretty decent. Flying hunters. Allows us to build hunter hangars. 30 raw food per day, as opposed to 20, isn't it? Coal mining optimization, steam sawmill. Processes frozen trees faster, supplying up to 120 wood per standard working day. Allows to build steam steel works. Uses steam power to extract iron ore from deposits and process it quicker, delaying 70 steel per day. Given how short we are for steel right now, I'm kind of thinking about a steam steel work. Improved heaters. Raise the temperature 2 levels. That's nice. Maybe we just go down the efficiency route as well. Raise the temperature in all heat zones by 1 level. Generator power upgrade. Then you go for generator efficiency upgrade. You're watching in Braille, Pringle. Right, okay. How's the train driving, Bob? It was a very stressful day, Bob. It was fun, but it was a ton of work. It was very, very difficult to rig the camera up inside the train cab because the whole train was like doing this. The whole train just shakes with the engine. It was incredibly hard. All heat upgrades double the amount of coal used. What? Yeah, but to get the efficiency upgrade, we need to go down that road, don't we? And let's face it, it's going to get colder. I did see Green Hell 1.0's out, yeah. Is it any good? Cookhouse installation. That's a useful upgrade, that one.
Welcome back, Nutter.
-5 workers, right? We've got, what, 4 or 5 hunters? Just getting that one upgrade will probably free about 20 to 25 workers, I think. A better gimbal. Gimbal? Dude, a VR 180 camera doesn't have a gimbal on it. And a gimbal wouldn't get rid of vibration anyway. A gimbal is designed to get rid of, like, motion that you don't want. But when a camera's, like, getting shook like this, even image stabilization, like, struggles with it. It's like it's vibration that comes through all the mounting. Green Hell looks like a lot of fun. I'm not sure fun's the word. In tactics. We're going to go with that. That frees up a lot of workers to do other things. How did I fix it? Just endless amounts of framing. Just like bars coming in, bars coming in, bars coming in. That didn't work. Floor to ceiling bar strapped to that bar. That didn't work. Another floor to ceiling bar strapped to that bar. Okay, that's about the best we're ever going to get. Literally, I had to use every single piece of mounting equipment I have to try and stabilize that camera. It was ridiculous. Scroll lock, there's no such thing. In VR 180, you don't have all of the abilities that you have in a standard frame. There is no image stabilization crop that you can apply. It's just a whole world of problems. That sawmill hasn't got long for this world. Oh, we're almost ready for a sermon. Shame. 3 steam cores is definitely good. Good loot. Oh yeah, I agree. I can't remember what time at what point we can build our own automatons. Trying to think what's the next best thing to build. At this rate, we're going to need to store more wood. It's like a little bit of guesswork trying to work out where we need roads, but at least he uses wood rather than having it just go down the Swanee. Yeah, 360 cameras are completely different, Scroll Lock.
Time to rest, folks. Work's out for today.
Like 180 and 360 are very different propositions. Very different. Cold homes. Captain, some of the people are concerned about low temperatures in their homes. They quite sensibly point out that it's easy to fall ill when it's cold and ask you to address the problem. You'll have to start heating 8 of the cold homes within 2 days, then keep them heated for 2 days. Like, it doesn't tell me what the consequences of doing one or the other. It doesn't say, if you do this, hope will rise. If you do this, hope will significantly rise. It's minus 140, deal with it. I know, right? Not bad, Leo, thank you. We've got plenty of coal. We could just, like, stick things into overdrive or something. That's not good, James. Yeah, you do, Scroll Lock. You've got to get, like, the 2 eyes have to be, like, bang on level. And then if you image stabilize one and don't image stabilize the other exactly the same, they won't line up and your eyes will be like, it'll just make you feel ill. Like, the only solution is to get rock solid camera.